So I just wanted to say that I am a proud witch. And you know what? It's crazy because I started pulling up articles on the medieval churches and how they used witch hunts to gain followers because for some reason, which this is the most embarrassing time in history in my opinion. Um a lot of the witches, they varied in the type of people that they were. Honestly, that's just like a lot of us witches. We don't consider ourselves to all be the same exact. We don't all have the same principles. We don't all have the same morals. And, a lot of those witches were landowners. Um, they were farmers, and a lot of them were midwives. And so, um, I believe that what the church was doing was they were killing these witches and taking what they had. And so I think people need to be careful. First of all, YouTube needs to be real careful. I don't think that you should be able to attack somebody based upon their spiritual or religious beliefs. I just don't think that's right. And of course, that's what it's all about. Or people try to make it about that, but it's like at the end of the day, and that's so cowardly. Can you imagine being attacked because of your spiritual beliefs? And it's like, but everything that I do on here, everything that I get is mine. It's mine. So in this modern day, while as we go through this weird time capsule, it's like I'm going to get what's mine and you're going to get what's yours, because clearly there was an energy shift that people are not accepting. Hold on a minute, y'all. Yeah, I think that I'm back, y'all. I think that YouTube itself as a website needs to be careful because, I think that if you have a problem with somebody for personal reasons or if you're just having a little argument, but when you start trying to discriminate people and start trying to bring hatred and judgment towards a person because of their spiritual beliefs, I think that I think that YouTube can end up getting sued for that. And I think that I don't know, especially when there's hatred. If you could come on here and debate about your spiritual beliefs, but the fact that you're bringing so much hatred into it, you know, I'm not sorry, but first of all, I can't get down with Christians and their hypocrisy. I just cannot do it. I think that's the dumbest thing. You've been manipulating the energy. You're a witch too. That's witchcraft. All religions, in my humble opinion, uses the manipulation of energy. And at the very least, they use angels and deities and spirits. It's no different. The only difference is that when you expand your consciousness, you start to do what I do. But these people, they want your consciousness. That's all that they want. And see, I'm gonna tell y'all something. It's a war, and they're just already slated to lose. That's so ignorant. You're gonna lose. You can and a lot of that stuff attacking witches. I can tell you, that's where backfiring comes from. That stuff is going to always backfire on you because killing people, raping people, robbing people based upon their religious beliefs, that's obviously wrong. Maybe back in the day, people were not consciously aware of that, but now they are. That's it. There is no debate. And that's what it's about. It's about people watching us witches, well, me, and then wanting to judge, wanting to, you know, they feel like they have the right, and you're going to find out quickly that you don't have the right. Okay, this world needs witches. This world needs healers. You are a small pebble up on the grand scheme of things. You are. And how is Spirit using you? Is Spirit using you to go around and attack people, especially when you was like that was always wrong. That was never a good thing. It was never a good thing to attack a witch. This is something that has been known throughout the eons. They may make it look all glamorous and violent, but those people ended up with plagues. Those people ended up dying. Those people ended up with a lot of problems. Because number one, what drives you, that sickness that drives you, is gonna make you sick anyway. You'd have to have a sickness inside of you. That's just like for me. I'm a witch. I'm a pagan witch. I don't have any qualms with anybody that's Catholic or Christian or Baptist or Muslim or Hindu. I have no issue with you because I know that that is your right to choose what you want. In fact, I have clients that are um, in the church. And so I think the church is in some level. I've always felt that, y'all. I'm sorry. I've always felt that. And there was just the newest hate group that just went up. This is headed by a church. There was another witch that was warning people about this, and the crazy part about it is that there's no benefit at all. There's no benefit at all. And the thing of it is that what I do is very focused work. What I do is Reiki. What I do is very healing work. So you try to interfere or interject with a healer, I am still one of God's anointed ones. Why they have a problem, I have no idea. Has something to do with their jealousy and hatred. You are on an unrighteous path when you are doing that to somebody. And you're going to have to just accept the truth. You're going to have to accept it, or else it'll be it. I'm going to tell you something. What I feel is that a lot of these people, and I'm not even going to lie to you, I believe, and I've been saying this for the longest, a lot of those people are going to be moved to another reality. They're going to get up out of here. especially when you try to intermingle with somebody else's world, with somebody else's reality. It is a reality that it is okay for you to create your own reality. We all know that. So if you try to impede on my reality and then you trying to steal my joy, steal my time, you're a problem. This is universal. That's why I was saying that as a witch, I don't go and try to punish nobody. That's something that God is going to do automatically, and it just goes on and on and on, and it's bred by ignorance. I personally think that something huge is going to happen. I can see it coming, especially us witches that do a lot of good for people, you know? And so people should, I'm not saying that people should be scared, but you need to be aware of how spirit is using your body. How is spirit using your vehicle? Your spirit somehow is using your vehicle to spread hatred, ignorance. Witches for a very long time, my bloodline, the witchy bloodline has been literally just, they have been taken and taken and taken. How much longer do you think that you're going to be able to do that? We're not in those times. We're not living in those times. There's witchcraft all around you. You can go to the pharmacy now and buy herbs. Okay, people are moving over to the natural path anyway. And it just, to have that much hatred, and I believe that it's misplaced anger too. You're angry at somebody in your life, or you're angry about something that happened. That's not my cross to bear. And I think it's so disrespectful. To me, I think it disrespects Jesus Christ. They act like, I don't agree with that. I think it's very disrespectful, because if I'm wrong and I'm a sinner, Jesus died for my sins, right? So it's kind of like that particular thing has got to stop. And people, that's what they want to do. That's why that's the first thing that they say to you, because of your jealousy. You are in a low place within yourself when you get jealous of somebody, and then you got to go all the way back to the medieval times to where you gonna go and do a witch hunt on one person. Oh, I'm cool with other witches. Oh, that person, they okay. Okay. But you, well, wait a minute. I thought that there was a 10 commandments. I thought, why is it that some people are doing great with their religion or spiritual beliefs, but then some people aren't? And I believe that it's because these people are just empty seaters. The reason why you're a hypocrite is because you're pretty much down with anything. You're not standing on nothing. You're down with anything. You're not standing on nothing. And you're just trying to use that. And then that's when you become like a cartoon character, literally. It's like, are you serious? Like, you just talked about pimping hoes the other day. You pimping, smoking, and drinking, but and probably selling dope. But I'm the devil for practicing rich witchcraft? Huh? You literally have destroyed your own community. That's just that just like who's doing this these days? Who's doing it doesn't make any sense. I'm sorry. And it even says in their Bible that they're not supposed to judge. The Bible kept telling them over and over again, okay, listen, this is evil. this is evil and this is evil, but don't you dare judge. Don't you dare. I think it says it all throughout the Bible. Yeah, do this, do that, kill this, kill that, but don't you do it. You ain't supposed to do it. Why did they tell you that? You know what I'm saying? Hey, Outer Banks Witch, love you too. Pumping hope. Okay. I am all for women's rights. I am all for children's rights. I am all for us living in peace and harmony. But the pimps and the traffickers, they're going to tell us witches that we're evil. No, because we're evil because we practice the craft and we do it well. But they're not. You're not evil. You know what I'm saying? It's not. That's what I was saying. That's what I was saying. And I had a really humbling experience when it came to that because you're right. I mean, it says it all throughout the Bible. But see, when you think about it, when you expand on that in a way, when you think about it, okay, we kind of do have to judge. We kind of do. We have to make our own judgments. You know, people judge each other every day. We got court systems and stuff. So we do judge. But why would you bother somebody that really ain't bothering you? It also says in the Bible that you're not supposed to trespass on others, and you're trespassing, in my opinion. So it's very confusing. It's very confusing. You know what? I think I just figured it out, sis. I think I just figured it out. We're not supposed to care about that. I think it's just it's so silly. Oh my goodness. Wow. Well, what I do know is what Spirit told me is that, you know, the witches, they owed something. You know, I can honestly say that every witch is probably owed reparations right now. You know, I feel like as a witch I deserve reparations. I feel like I want what I want back, what was taken from me for the first 30 something years of my life when I was a literal robot. Yeah, that's messed up. And you know, there I'm just saying, I think that there should be a warning call that should go out for that, because I don't think you're supposed to be doing that. I really don't. I'm just saying. You right, Lavender Flower. We are owed our birthright. You were so right about that, because it was totally unnecessary. I feel like when I look at anything about the Salem witch trials or the witch hunts and all of that stuff and the Crusades, every time I look at it, I think, my God, knowing the consciousness of a witch, which is it's very, very close to nature. It is. Because when you think about it, well, at least for me, I can say I'm a proud witch because I don't have an intent to hurt people. I don't. You know what I'm saying? Nobody does. I don't think, even if you didn't call yourself a witch, you don't just wake up in the morning with an intent to hurt somebody, right? But if somebody trespasses on you or tries to attack you, what are you going to do? Sit there like a bump on the log and let them attack you? So, I mean, and so what are we supposed to do? It seems like people don't mind going there. And it's just like, oh my God, do you not see how evil that was to drown and burn witches? Is that not like so clear to you? This should be clear to you how wrong that was. And nobody should even be playing with stuff like that. No, you playing with fire. You playing with fire. And I'm gonna tell you another thing. Lavender flower was land. I think a lot of witches, it probably ended. I don't think witches did it purposely, but when they would roll up on witches and stuff, and it seems so sad because I know for a fact that these witches from back then, they were just like me. And this is how I'm connecting to this whole spiritual experience, is that those witches were just like me. They had families that they loved, they had children, they had husbands, they had boyfriends, they had hearts. They're no different. And just because they decide that they want to tap into their power, all of a sudden you're a threat, but you're not actually a threat. But when you think about what they went through, how there was a time when you could be either accused of being a witch or found out to be a witch because somebody done said something, because I'm pretty sure there was a lot of unfair crap going on back then too. So what people would do is they would have secret meetings with these witches. And then some people would go talk. They go run their mouth, which is a bad thing. Don't ever talk about the work that you're getting done to nobody. Not with me. I don't know about anybody else, but I know that with me, it is a secret covenant. You can't just go broadcasting that stuff. It's still this vow of silence. But what would happen is that these witches, they would do work for people and the stuff would work. And somehow, in spite of what those people were facing, which was probably discrimination, probably something unfair, we've been divided by classism and for so long. So there were people that went to witches, and these witches would make stuff happen for them. And it's like, well, what's going on? Why are these people that I'm supposed to be taking advantage of in this township? Why in the hell are they getting, why is this happening? Why are these mysterious things happening? You know what I'm saying? Why is it that when because it's been unfair like that. So people would come to witches for justice or either healing or whatever. And these people would get upset and they would go and hunt these witches. And it had a lot to do with their personal stuff. It had a lot to do with a lot of it had to do with a person's personal vendetta against witches or against a specific witch sometimes. And they would pick and choose, but these witches, they were taking care of their families, their children. I imagine that they homeschooled their children. And to just think that we lived in a time, and I'm so glad that we don't live in them times. We don't live in those times anymore. Okay? Because and you know what? A lot of them they don't have a lot of fear now. And you know what? I'm just wondering how many people that are witches are killed and we just don't hear about it. You know what I'm saying? That's crazy. I can't drop the link because I'm not on StreamYards. I just went live from my phone. Yeah, I'm sorry. I can't drop. If I drop, I don't even know how it would even work to get you on here because I'm doing the mobile. I'm doing the mobile streaming, sis. Otherwise I would. Yeah, I do think that we do need to talk about this because They target you, and they set up games and stuff. They pretend that they are, they'll even lie and say, hey, I don't have a problem with what you do. And then the next thing you know, they flip the script and they're telling you that you're a demon and that you're the devil because you practice witchcraft. And it's like, whoa, whoa, whoa. Wow. So that's what this is about? Yeah, that's crazy. Sis, if you want to go live from your channel, I'll come on your panel if you want to talk about this, because I do want to talk about it. Because, and the first article that I pulled up was from medieval times. So I'm wondering, are we going through another time warp or something? Are we traveling or something? Because, I mean, looking at the future of the world, without all that confusion, okay, we're making advances in society. We are getting along. It's peaceful. That's how I see it, because I personally don't really believe in a virus. I believe in a spirit that's running through people. That's what I believe in, because I'm an occultist and I see things differently. And so, it feels wrong. It feels like witches were unfairly targeted. That's what I can tell you. Because I can promise you that there is nothing evil about witchcraft. Nothing evil. I think that witchcraft can create evil situations, but I think that at the basis of it, it's just the craft. It's just witchcraft. It's energy. That I'm telling y'all. And you know what I do? You know what I do? Whenever I feel, and I know y'all gonna laugh at me. I know y'all gonna laugh at me. Yeah, right, exactly. Lavender flowers. If witchcraft is put in the wrong hands, then it can be evil. But I still believe that if you are a person that gathers up a bunch of people for revenge, and then you'll say, oh, well, this is what we can use against this person. We can use their religious beliefs. Okay, this is how we're going to play it. It's just manipulation. So if you can gather up all those people and come down on witches or even one person, that to me is a form of witchcraft. So at the basis of it, that's hypocrisy. You're being a hypocrite. And that energy, I can't do anything for it. I can't do nothing with hypocrisy. I don't even like saying the word, but that would make you a hypocrite. Because how are you any different? The only difference is that you're gathering up a hate group against a person. You're trying to incite hatred against a person that only did what was in their biological right. Everybody has a biological right to defend themselves. Since when did God ever say that there was people, oh, you were born so that I can kick you and run all over you? Nobody, that's not, no. And I think that some of us witches, especially when we don't have those beliefs, I think some of us, like a lot of us, we are closer to God than anybody. I don't even think you're even close to who God is. You're trying to compare God to man. We're talking about the creator, the almighty that created this entire freaking universe. And you mean to tell me that that God was that petty? I don't think so. And I think that it was probably one witch that probably took down thousands, and they couldn't figure out why these thousands of people couldn't take down this one witch. And that's just crazy for you to put yourself in that position. I would not, I would not right now be in any it be I wouldn't want to be in that consciousness because you're still confused, like, and so that's why when it comes to being a practitioner and you having a deeper level of understanding of everything, and you don't live in that confusion, I think that I would be pissed if that's how spirit was using me, because I know that every single day, I feel good about myself. I feel good about what I do. I love the fact that I'm able to help people in my way. I love the fact that I'm able to heal people. It's within my right. They can't take that away from us. If a person has the money to pay for it, just like if they walk into a doctor's hospital, then, but if they were to choose to go to a witch because maybe the doctors were not helping them, what is your problem with that? Like, there's some stuff that you can't explain just with science or just with logic. You have to depend on spirit. So I feel that, like, we are the anointed ones. I feel like we are, because we don't, like, we're above that hate. That's just pure unadulterated hatred, and it's gonna eventually consume some people. When you are that consumed by hatred, it's not good. I'm just saying, and I've seen many things before, because I don't think that God judges us any different based upon if you're a witch or not. I think that God just judges. Yeah, we are, because and I mean, even when you look at certain stories about faith healers, it's typically some like a demonic undertone to it. But what if there was an abundance of healing energy? Not what if, there is. But what if we began to actually harness the powers of the universe that are very healing, that can heal people on this planet of sickness and disease and mental illness and all of that? What if we could do that? And what if, you know what I'm saying? So why, like, that's why I always have my head in the clouds, because I'm pagan. I do consider myself to be pagan, which is earth-based, nature-based. But I also know that there's some stuff out there, and I believe in universal energies. I believe in the sun, the moon, all of those things, and different energies, different angels, different spirits, just like Ostara. When I think about Ostara, it's like this bright star. It is. It's the and it's a healing energy. Why anybody would be afraid of that? You evidently was taught that. Because I can tell you that when I pick up on my ancestors, and even the ones going way back, like way, like I'm talking about star seeded, I'm talking about or in the stars, they provide so much comfort and healing. And I feel like people should pay attention to that, because it is, I'm telling you. Yeah. Yeah, so I don't know, like, I would kind of tread carefully when it comes to that, especially when it comes to people's spiritual beliefs. Okay, the only thing that I say that I don't feel is right, and even it's not up to me to judge, it's up to God and nature to judge. I don't believe that murdering people, and I don't believe in doing that. But I do believe that if somebody is trying to murder you, that you have the right to, you know what I'm saying? If somebody were to come, you know what I'm saying? If somebody were to come to your house or try to kill you or something, we all have the right to defend ourselves. So, you can't just expect people to just sit up there and let you attack them. Like, that's kind of weird. Hey, Latrice, how are you? Yeah, everybody got the right to defend themselves. The only difference is that witches, we defend ourselves with magic. And really, the defensive magic is about not allowing somebody's bad energy to touch you, to affect you. And, we all fall short because normally I won't be tripping off of stuff like that. But, guys, I feel that there is some sort of energy shift that is happening. And for me, all I feel is blessings. All I see is blessings. That's all I see is us. And I know I'm going to be all right. But those other people, how do they come out of it at that other end? You know what I'm saying? How many times are people going to have to go through that? Like, I think that I'm just going to tell y'all this right now. All of that hooping and hollering and stuff, I believe that there needs to be some kind of world peace, because I think that peace is probably the antidote for the corona. I think that that's what's ultimately going to make people heal from that. But that's going to be it's going to be around for quite, I think for a very long time, just like the flu or the common cold, you know what I'm saying? Or the measles or chicken pox, you know what I'm saying? So, I mean, you know, so I'm being very careful on that. I am, and I'm going in spirit. And I think that if spirit is telling you to, first of all, what I feel that they do a lot, I feel that what a lot of people do is that they take their own guilty conscience. That's what they're doing. They're guilty for something. So they think they can apply this blanket term to you. Oh, well, you're a witch. Well, did you know that I saved a couple of people's lives? Did you know that I helped? Did you know that I bought somebody peace and comfort? Did you know that? And what did you do? So I think that that's what I believe. That's what I was going to say. I believe that God or goddess is judging people based upon how, like their energy. What kind of energy are you producing? Are you producing too much negative energy? You know what I'm saying? It doesn't really matter what your spiritual beliefs are, but what are you doing to people? What are you actually doing to people? Like, I could take 10 things right now in this world that are unfair, that I think that are unfair. But you know what? I choose to live in the life that my spirits gave me. I choose to focus on the things that they want me to focus on. That's what I tend to do. So, like, even though there's wrong all over the world, people doing wrong, but I think that you have to think about time. How much time are you spending on that? Because then you start to work in reverse. As a witch, when I have a problem, ask anybody. I don't sit and just keep harping on that problem. I handle it. I take care of it. I do my magic the way that I do it, and I keep it moving. So then that's when your energy becomes very stagnant, when you're doing too much. That's what the temperance card is about. Okay, you're doing it too much. What are you doing all the time? You're just doing it over and over and over and over again. You're constantly focused on this, even though you've already been given the spiritual message. You have been given confirmation over and over again that you're not supposed to actually be doing that. So to be caught up in that cycle, like just literally over and over again, to where, you're just God is giving you the same answer every time. So that's why energetically, you know what I'm saying? You ain't supposed to be caught up with nobody energetically, because those people can mess with your energy. They can mess with you energetically. Y'all, I don't know what I did with my other lighter. I had a pink lighter full and it is gone. Can't find it nowhere. I'm telling you that I know for a fact that God is giving certain people the same answer over and over again. You're just going to have the same result, same answer, same thing. So why even send yourself through it? Why send your family through it? Can you imagine if I told my children, they may want to spend time with their mama, and I tell them, no, child, no, I can't spend time with you, for I have to go and continue to do the same thing over and over again that gets me the same result. I mean, then that's when your kids don't want to listen to you. They're like, well, why should I listen to you? Look at what you're doing. Doing the same thing and getting the same result over and over again. You can't take nothing from me. And I think that's what it's about. I think it's literally about, for some reason in their mind, they have convinced themselves that they can take something from a witch. Well, everybody knows that you're not supposed to take nothing from no witch. Like, even in the old folklore, people would go and steal from witches, man, and they have the worst curses on them ever. Like, and oh, you're evil. No, you committed an act of evil and you got paid back for it. So I don't get it. You're not supposed to take nothing from witches unless you know that it's blessed. If you know that they have blessed that item and consecrated that item, I just don't get it. Because I can tell you that some of the cases that I have worked, some of these demons, that these people ain't ready. If you running around here talking about witches are evil, you definitely ain't ready for no demon. You can't slay no demon. You ain't gonna do it, baby. It's just not gonna happen. I'm sorry. First of all, that's not easy. That's not always easy. Also, you got to think. I believe that witches are connected to their clients. And I believe that that's why they're so similar to us. Some of the things that they go through, or just some of I don't know about y'all, but I've had a lot of synchronicity with a lot of my clients. And so, that's why I don't come on here with a competitive attitude when it comes to my craft, because it's, if it's something that's meant for you, that's just it. It's meant for you, and it's meant for you to go to it. A lot of people out here, because I think that there's a hysteria over people stealing people's clients. I really do. But I wouldn't want somebody else's client. That's their cross to bear. So why would I do that? So I'm not here to steal nobody's clients. I can't do that anyway. It's not even in my nature to steal from anybody. But I think that some people do. Some people will try that. And that's still that, like, you never know. A person may have something on them that you are not equipped to deal with. You know what I'm saying? And you got to be careful, because I have had spirits, y'all. I have had spirits that had popped up and scared the bejesus out of me. Okay, nothing seems to amaze me anymore or faze me anymore. But back when I first started, so I think it's important to know, and don't get caught up. Like, if you a witch on YouTube, don't get caught up with that competition stuff, because spirit is going to bless you abundantly. Yeah, I'm telling you, and a lot of times your spirits will bless you abundantly, especially if you're a real witch. Let's face it, I do think that some of us have the mark of the beast. You know what I'm saying? Some of us do have the mark of the beast somewhere on our body. Hello, Sam. Somewhere on our body, somewhere, whether or not it's on our body, in our mind, because I think that some people, I don't believe that everybody is a witch, though. I be seeing people, but I do think that everybody can control their own energy. You know what I'm saying? Everybody should have the right to control their own energy to their own benefit, not to hurt somebody else, but just to your own benefit. You have every right to feel good. You have every right to prosper. But as soon as you start trying to impede on others, and I was just shocked and amazed. Um, First of all, that's a lie. Somebody said that real high priestesses don't smoke cigarettes. Are you freaking out of your mind? Do you know the sacred history of tobacco? Do you know that like people just say anything. They just say anything just so that they can get some kind of result, just to discredit somebody. And I'm going to tell you that when you start trying to discredit my craft, that's when it's going to be some problems. I think of cigarettes as guns. Cigarettes and guns are not evil. They don't kill people. People kill people. I'm kind of, seriously, I think that you can, if you were to judge somebody based upon their vices, also you have to look at your own. You have to look at your own. So it just all this judgment, spiritual judgment. Really, I'm like, well, first of all, you don't have the authority. And if anybody gave you that authority, I take it back. I take it back because somebody probably had to given people authority and the people, but you can't. That's a fake authority. You don't have the. Who are you? That's all I'm saying. You're not nobody to be an authority over me. Like especially now, from what I do know, that if a witch was decide to have a husband, she could give him certain amounts of authority over her. But for you to just be some random person thinking that you got judgment and authority over a person just because you want it, you lying to yourself, you kidding yourself. You need to start with self. Start with self is what a lot of people need to do. Look at yourself. Who are you to judge me? You're nobody to judge me. And it literally, so basically when people are doing that, they're asking you to do free work for them. That's what I think. I think it's a cunning way to get free work out of people. Cause I don't have to. What you obviously have some kind of blockage. That's not my blockage. Me and you are two different people. So that's why I think a lot of people out there, these demons, boy, they be convincing these people that they got the right to steal your consciousness. People want to showcase how much they know in hopes that it makes them look good to others. Yeah, but that sounded stupid. You might as well say that a real priest ain't gonna drink no red wine, and we know priests are gonna drink red wine and liquor. Especially if you, because back in the day, they would do those exorcisms, but see, I'm gonna tell you, the church, the way that they doing their exorcisms wrong. You know what I'm saying? That's why the church really don't even do exorcisms no more. Not many of them do. Not many of them are really able to provide real help for people because they scared shitless. So I do exorcisms on people every day. That's what I do for, as a, not even as a trade, but it's just something that, God, that was my path naturally. That was my natural path, was to do what I'm doing. So it just, it's, mm-mm. Yeah, I think it's something. I think because I think I know. I have seen people do that over and over again, and it just doesn't end well for them. The end result is not what they want. So I don't have to be. I know that I was given power to help myself and help others. I don't have to belong to any one organization. What's up with these organized, these organizations? They want to own you, but then they want to tell you you're not worth much. Really? I know my worth. So it's just crazy the way that these people's minds operate. It's based in injustice. That's what it's based in. I wouldn't want to be on that side of the yard. That's an unfair judgment call for you to make. You can't just make up the rules as you go along and you just gonna say something and then well, what kind of evil are you to where you want power and dominion over somebody that didn't give you that power? You gonna force yourself? And I believe that that's a sign of the times. That's a sign of the times that I'm telling y'all every single time. And I said it like probably a few days ago that it was going to be a witch hunt. I think I was saying that to Janice. I said they're going to do a witch hunt based upon jealousy, based upon who I'm friends with. Doesn't matter the evil that they do, they want to point out the evil that they want to point out other people's stuff. Well, maybe it was maybe you think other people are evil in your mind because they were supposed to bring something to light about you for yourself. That's a sick person. And then you lying on spirit, then you a fraud. That's when you become a fraud, when you preaching about stuff that you don't really believe in. You got to be careful when you are preaching things that you really don't believe in. When at the basis of your problem with a person has nothing to do with your religious beliefs, especially if you're a very immoral person. And that's what people are doing, and they're okay with it. And then they'll put Jesus's name on it. This is when you start. I'm sorry. Uh, when you think about Jesus Christ was true to heart. He really believed in whatever he believed in. He wasn't just doing it as a con game. And I think that that's when there becomes a serious problem. When you're speaking about spirits and deities that you actually really don't have no respect for, and you're just putting up a front, you're just doing a showcase, and you're being misled. That's one of the reasons why I have always been led by my heart, and I will always stay that way, because I truly believe in what the hell I do. I'm not just doing it just because somebody paid me to do it. I work for myself. So everything that I talk about is real, and you look real fake, especially, first of all, what looks fake is for you to say, hey, I believe in the same thing that you believe in. And then a day later, you're condemning witches, and then you're bringing up deities' names. And it's like, well, they like, well, you're full of crap. And then for you to put Jesus's name on that, come on. You don't really have any real basis for what you're doing. You're just using, yeah, and that's why these deities, they, I know for a fact that with some deities, you have to worship them. That's false worship. When I call on my spirits, I really believe in them. Okay, I really actually have respect for them. I'm not going to use my deities just because I'm upset about something. What it is about, you don't know. But you think I'm going to come on here and say something fake and put Kali Ma's name on it? No, she would attack the hell out of me. You can't just do that. So, like, I feel that when people are doing that, that particular deity is coming to judge you. If you throw Jesus's name up and you have no basis actually for what you're talking about, then Jesus is going to come through and punish you. That's what I feel, because you don't really believe in the teachings of Jesus. Because if you really believed in the teachings of Jesus, you would not be attacking your neighbor. You would not be trespassing. You would not be lying on people if you really believed in that. And then what's crazy is that they'll tell a mouthful of lies on a person, say the most disgusting things, and then say in Jesus' name. At that point, I'm afraid of Jesus. I don't want to be at your house to see the version of Jesus that's going to show up for you. I don't want to be there. Okay? I don't want to be there. I don't believe that that was a lie. I don't believe that Jesus doesn't exist. And I believe that, especially when you plan, that would be just like somebody practicing witchcraft, but they don't actually really believe in what they're doing. They're just doing it. Same difference. You're trying to put a deity's name in front of what you're talking about. You're unrighteous, you're a liar, you're a fraud. What do you think is going to happen? So right now, that's when a testing of the faith is happening to you. I feel like as a witch as well, your faith is being tested, which sucks, because I feel that if we had less energy like that, I don't think there would be as many trials as there are. And unfortunately, when somebody is confused, we seem to all have to go through these trials with them. And I feel that that's when you look at Mayat, she's weighing your heart against that feather, and my heart feels very light. I'm just saying. And when you doing stuff like that, when you're not true to heart, those deities that you're calling on, they will send you bad luck. They will send you bad things that'll happen. So a lot of the judgment and the bad things that are happening to these people is happening because of these deities, because these deities don't like being used. They like to, that's the whole point of the Sabbath. That's why I always tell y'all, please get in my Sabbath. They don't mind because, they know that you guys are busy, and that you guys really don't know. But when we're doing the Sabbaths, that's when we are honoring certain energies, and you can honor your deities. You're supposed to do that. You are not supposed to just use them for clout. That's called, I'm using a deity for clout. How you gonna clout chase on a deity? Like, that don't make no sense. They obviously are very powerful. So I don't get it, but make sure that y'all get in the Sabbath, because that is what we do. That is what we're doing right now. Is we are honoring nature with offerings and everything else. I still got those eggs down there. So I actually made egg offerings yesterday to the spirits. And they're going to bliss me abundantly for that. You know what I'm saying? They already have been. I've been getting people, by the way, guys, people have been joining Ostara left and right. Thank you. Every time you guys join, I'm going to do a public thank you. Okay, the circle is getting larger, you know. So make sure that y'all get in there, because I feel that most of these people are, okay, for example, let's say that you go to a church, right? And you attend a church and pastor is only there to get him a new Cadillac. Surely everybody in that church is going to have some bad luck. That church is going to have demons running amok. It is. That church is going to have some issues. So it's not even about the religion. It's about who is running the thing, who is making it happen. You know what I'm saying? And if they are honoring, they're actually honoring the deities, and they're and whoever it is, whether or not it's Jesus or Allah, then you're gonna have very good things. But if you're just doing it just to con people, and that's what these people are doing, I believe. I believe that a lot of people that use spirit, no matter what religion it is, if you are just conning people, that's when I think that you're gonna have a problem. So you shouldn't put a deity's name on something and try to get that deity to co-sign that for you when you're totally full of crap and being a hypocrite. And to be honest, the reason why they're actually upset is because they have done so many horrible, deplorable things, and now they're under punishment. They're being punished by spirit. That's exactly what's happening to you. You know? The church left a very bitter taste in my mouth. Now I am cautious about joining circles. Oh, yeah, I bet. But it's different when you join a witch's circle. It's very different. It's very different. Why do you need to bind and rebuke me? You can't bind and why is what I'm saying? What are you binding and rebuking here? Look, y'all. Look at what came. Look at who came into the chat. What exactly are you binding and rebuking? Why are you here? You need to bind and rebuke yourself. You're not supposed to be on my channel. That's against the rules of, so why would you be here? Yeah, that's I'm and see, this is when I'm gonna tell y'all something. Religion does cause mental illness sometimes in people. And I think the mental illness comes in, I think where it comes in is when you're taking the Bible too literally. And then also when you can't respect other people's beliefs, but yet you just can't stop listening to it. Your God did not tell you to show up at a witch's house and do that. That's not actually what God told you to do. So you're here and you're listening, but you're in here rebuking people when you should be spending time with your spirits. I don't think Yahweh cares about what you're talking about. I'm just saying, whoever this Yahawashi, what is that? But what is he binding though? He doesn't have the power. Trust me, a person in the chat room, they don't have the power to bind somebody. As you can see on Etsy, they can clearly see it, that they're not binding anything. It's just words. That's all it is. That's all it is. Soon as I started talking about the Sabbath and telling y'all how to join, that's when they came in here. Because at the basis of it, it's not about Yahweh Washway. It's not about that. It's about I'm hating on you. It's about I'm jealous of you. It's about the fact that we can see all them orders that done came into your Etsy because I ain't changed it back. They can't see who's placing the order, but they can see what's sold on Etsy. So that's what that is. So they have no power. That's they just binding themselves. It's gonna backfire, trust me. Oh no, that's not what listen, it's all about the rules that they make as they go along. You know what I'm saying? Because they're over there watching those sales go up. They're over there watching people join the circle. So they don't care about you think that they care about what any religious system said? No, they're just using it. They're just using it to spread their hatred. In fact, they're an insult to those gods that they're talking to. And those gods are punishing them. Those gods are going to punish them. Trust me. I'm just telling y'all what I know about the situation. The basis, what drives you is not what you think you're doing right by God. What drives you is your jealousy. You're weak. You don't have the power to bind or rebuke anything. You're not even a real priest. I'm a real priest. The only person that has the power to bind and rebuke anybody is me, and it clearly shows that I'm doing that because they was trying to mess with my money, y'all. This is funny, y'all. They were trying to mess with my money. So they keep going over on Etsy and they keep seeing the numbers go up. And they're just going to continue to go around in a circle and try to bind and rebuke people, but none of it works. Their spells don't work, and they seeing that. It's terrible. And I'm telling you. And I think that it's because of that stupid competition. People want to compete. And then especially if you're a male and you're doing that, please go sit down. Please don't embarrass the male population anymore. Stop it. Stop it. Okay? You know that there are some people that feel that women shouldn't have their own money. And that's because those people typically don't have their own money. The only people that feel that way are people that usually don't have much. So when they see you gaining, and that's what they see, that's when they want to try to bind and rebuke people. But you've been trying to bind and rebuke me for the past 6 years. When is your stuff going to start working? Actually. When is it going to actually start working? All these bindings and rebukings, they don't. It just always backfires on them. They're not going to come and tell you how it backfired on them. They're not going to come and tell you, but it backfires on them in very messed up ways. And I don't like it. And that's why I don't like to have any association. But I mean, sometimes you just, hell, a lesson is a lesson. A lesson is a lesson. If I see an opportunity to teach somebody a lesson, I'm going to do it because clearly that's what you need. So, that's what that's about. You don't really love Yahweh or Yahweh or whatever it is. You don't really love that deity. You don't really respect that deity. You are doing that to because you're upset, you're jealous. Period. I mean, they've been running around here trying to hex my Cash App. I'm pretty sure my Cash App still works. I'm pretty sure of that. I'm gonna ask, hey sis, are you still in the chat? Yeah, that's all it's about. And since when does trying to do harm to anybody feed somebody's ego? That's stupid, in my opinion. Just to let y'all know, the witches that are on here, most of them that I watch, because I do watch quite a few witches, they are here to peacefully, share their information about the craft. And then some of them are not here to get clients. There are some witches on here that I watch that they don't do work for the public. They just, come with, spells and stuff. And I love those channels. You know what I'm saying? But, you know, we came here in peace, and you're just a hellion. And I'm just telling y'all right now that the current status quo for all of the deities is for us to coexist. So all this hatred and stuff, that's not gonna ride. It's not, no, it's not gonna do you any good. Love beats that demon every single time. And it's just the reality of it. Because if they were to make the decisions, these people are so down and out that they rather just be dead. They rather not even be in this world at all with any consciousness. These people don't want to be conscious at all. They want to go into the abyss, and you can. It's your choice. I'll send you there. I've got the power to send you and all of your negative energies into the abyss. Here's another thing. No, you're not powerful when you're too afraid to show your face, honey. You have no power behind your words. You're a coward. Anybody that comes on here, I'm telling you. Now, I understand why women don't want to show their face, why women don't want to do it, why people don't want to do it because of the stalking on here. But, how powerful can you be when nobody can see you? You're just like the invisible hating man sitting over there letting time go by. In that time that you were praying to a deity that's not listening to you. They're not. I can tell you that right now. There's no deity listening to you in that energy. The time that you spent doing that, you could have spent that time being responsible. I don't know, maybe taking care of your children. So when somebody becomes so obsessed with an idea or with a situation to where they can't stop for a few minutes and, deal with life and just enjoy life, live life, make love to your man, make love to your girlfriend, cook dinner, have fun. These people, they already lost their life because that's what they do. They sit around and they just do that, you know? I was asleep earlier. I actually went to sleep. I slept until probably like, what time is it? So, um, I just think it's weird. And I think people are just very strange, and they want something from you. They want some kind of validation from you. So again, you're desperate for my validation, yet you have the power to bind me, yet I don't have any power, but you need my validation. In fact, you're worshiping me. Anytime you're talking about another deity, you're talking about a deity, right? But you're worshiping Jamila. Make it make sense to me. And I'm not a deity yet. I'm still here in the flesh. And I call myself a goddess, but I'm still here. I'm not a deity. You know what I'm saying? I don't consider myself to be a deity. No, I don't. But they're worshiping you like deities. Especially my name. My name is the most used name that I have ever seen. So you're honoring me, but at the same time, you're not. You're worshiping me, but at the same time, you're not worshiping me. I'm a little confused. Most people that worship, Jesus Christ, they go and they talk on their channels about Jesus Christ. They put up pictures of Jesus Christ and images of Jesus Christ. They're not putting up images of Jamila, are they? And the last time I checked, I don't look nothing like Jesus, okay? The last time I checked, sorry, y'all. I don't look a damn thing like Jesus. So what's the issue? What is these people's problem for real? I'm going to tell you what their problem is. They're possessed by a demon that hates to see other people prosper. That's the truth. It's all about the paper. It's all about your money. It's all about watching your money. It's all about and I'm sorry, from what I was picking up on over the weekend was people, why would you waste your time and energy into somebody else's Cash App? They've been trying to do stuff to the Cash App. It's like that's a waste of time. And I think that when we had that great conjunction with Saturn and Jupiter, Saturn is the god of time. There's so many people that sit up here and they just waste time. That's a waste of time. You're wasting your time. That's all you're doing. You might as well just not even be here at all. Why are you even here at all? It's weird, y'all. It's weird. But, I know for a fact that they don't attack any other witches on here, and that's more of a personal thing. You know what I'm saying? I am the most attacked witch on here, literally the most attacked. I am the most attacked witch on here. And I think it's because of ancestry. I feel like it's because of ancestry. I feel like it's a statement that spirit is making. Most authentic witches have enemies in spirit. We do. Most of us do. Why would you be stupid enough to let that entity take over your body? You done let it take over your mind to the point where you just gonna destroy yourself. So then that's when they become a sacrifice. I sacrificed my energy this morning because I saw there was a problem. I was battling a demon this morning. I spent the time doing it. I did it, and that was the end of it. Why is it that several hours per day is being put into the same crap that never works? You're never gonna listen. If you have a problem with Jamila specifically, you're never going to bring me down. Not ever. These people are obsessed with bringing me down. It's like, well, can't you see that you've destroyed yourself? Look at what you've done to yourself. I'm not responsible for that. Not necessarily. I don't take responsibility or credit for that. That's not what my spirits would have wanted. My spirits would have wanted for you to live your life and show some respect for God. At the end of the day, you should be respecting God. And the way that you should be respecting God is respecting your own existence. Most of these people don't even respect their own existence. I wouldn't ever waste 8 to 9 to 10 hours of my time on that. Guys, trust me, I'd rather, if I'm going to be doing anything for 8 hours, it'll be in meditation for the greater good. It ain't going to be, I spend maybe 5 minutes, literally dealing with the enemy. You don't, if a person is truly your enemy, you don't sit all day and worship them all day. That doesn't make any sense to me. And then also, how do you find the time in the day? How do you find the time in the day to spend your time, messing with other people? What about the real people in your life? How do they feel? How do they feel about the fact that you have literally abandoned them so that you can stalk Jamila? That makes no sense to me. And that's not what I want. I don't feel special because of that. I feel special for many, 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 many other things. That is one thing that don't make me feel special. That makes me feel that another human being is being used by a spirit that has no power. Because if that spirit had any power, it wouldn't need to use you, would it? Would that spirit need to use you? Wouldn't that spirit just be able to come through spirit and just kill me or something? Wouldn't it be able to do that? But it can't do that. So what it does is it comes into your consciousness, and then everything that my spirits are going to do to you are going to actually happen to you. So you got to be careful with how you're allowing yourself to be used out here. And as soon as you realize that you're being used, that's when it's time to walk away, or maybe even run. Maybe even run in the other direction. I'd say that they need to run. And for some reason they think that if they add new people, no, a new person ain't going to do nothing. That's not going to do anything. I am practicing not only my biological right, my birthright, my constitutional right, and the lesson is going to have to be learned over and over again. And no, I am not going to change my title, off of which, in fact, being subjugated that way makes me want to call myself a witch even more. I'm sorry, I'm just a rebel. I'm a rebel. Yeah, spirit did give us an abundance of time. I agree. And you know what? That's why, guys, I've been here for an hour and a half. I'm gonna go. I am in the mood to make me some popcorn and watch a movie. I'm about to go down here and pop some popcorn, y'all. So I will see y'all later. Make sure that you get yourself added to the Sabbath, because I can tell you that what my spirits have been showing me all day is, first of all, I can see their rituals. And sometimes when Hecate or some other one other of my goddesses, when they're with me fully 100% with me, they'll just have a look on their face like, what is this person doing and why are they doing that? So I can see their rituals. They've been, so you know what? There's been so much confirmation and so many good things that have been happening that these people have been trying to destroy. They have literally been throwing some of the most evil, nastiest energy at me, and it ain't been able to touch me. So they've been wasting their time, candles. Keep in mind that wax comes from the earth. You're wasting wick. You're wasting your glass candles. Do that work on yourself. Okay, destroy all that false indoctrination. You're falsely indoctrinated into something that you need to destroy within yourself, not me. So I've been seeing their rituals. Remember, I told you guys I can see their rituals. And I've been seeing everything they've been doing, everything they've been writing, everything they've been typing. I can see all of that. And it's not like I'm standing over them or anything, but it's just that spirit will show you. And everything that they wished on me, my family, the people that I love, um, they really wanted to use me against somebody else. And when I saw that that's what they were trying to do, I was like, you're not gonna do that. They want to bring about all of this hatred, and you could see them, and spirit is looking at them like, that's the wrong thing to do. I bet you they've been lighting up them candles. Them candles ain't they've been going out. They've been getting knocked over. Just all like for months, like for the past 6 or 7 years, I've been able to see their rituals. And their rituals and spells, they work, but only temporarily, like for maybe a couple of hours. Now it's gotten down to a few hours now, to where the stuff that they do actually works for just maybe a few hours, and that's it. And the main thing that they have been trying to do is, number one, stop my Sabbath. Why would you try to stop a Sabbath? It's the spring equinox, you blubbering fool. What are you talking about? They've been trying to stop my money from coming in. And it's like, Well, did you know? What if I told you that you're stopping your own bag, not mine? What if I told you that? That's exactly what you're doing. You're stopping your own paper. You're you're not stopping mine. People have been joining my Sabbath all weekend. You guys can go and look. People have been joining. They have been signing up for the Sabbath. I thank y'all for doing that. That's not for bragging purposes. So I'm gonna switch things back to where you can't see what's selling on Etsy, because I had changed it temporarily, so that it can kind of be out of sight, out of mind for them. Because, I get over 600 visits to Etsy every single day. Like, I'll get up in the morning because Etsy tracks the traffic. And so they're constantly checking. If you're constantly checking my money, how are you going to make your money? Okay, how are you going to do that? So, y'all make sure that y'all join. Y'all can either join on Etsy or either Cash App. And we do have a protection circle. Like, I have felt very protected. I have felt like things were very balanced, and that's what this spring equinox is about. Like, it's really, really important. Spring equinox is important. And it's going to happen. Whether trying to stop somebody's Sabbath is not going to stop the spring equinox from happening. That's what they want to do, because I believe that they just want death. They just want destruction. They don't want to be here. That's a very depressed person that just wants to end it all. I'm ready to end it all. And they feel like, oh, I want the end of the world to come, because even though I don't want to be here, I want to make it difficult for other people to want to be here. I want those people to feel bad. I want those people. So it's really a very personal thing, because, like I said, your relationship with God is a personal relationship. So nobody has the right to tell you, like that's why they call it a personal relationship with God, which with whatever God that is. Okay, but I gotta go, y'all. I gotta go. Peace and love to y'all. Have a wonderful evening. Thank you for coming, y'all. If you a proud witch, be it. Be a proud witch. I'm very proud of myself, of being a witch. Yes, I am. And I'll be doing some spells later. So I'm gonna be up for a minute, you guys. Um, but I'm gonna do some lounging, and then I've got some work to do, because I've got client work that I have to do. Okay. So I'm always busy. Keep that in mind. I balance it too, though. You can't always be working either, y'all. You can't work yourself like a broke, like a machine. Don't work yourself like a machine. Give yourself time to relax for real. So, okay, y'all. I'll see y'all later. Peace and love.